Turning 21, chat. Now I know this is like a super random video, but I'm honestly making this video for me, more like a milestone for me and people around my age. I guess it's just interesting to see somebody else hit that milestone. I know for a lot of people, I don't know if you would call this hitting my prime or hitting Unk status or moving forward is my prime or already past my prime or I'm just Unk forever. I don't know what you would really call it. But yeah, today will be my last day being 21. Tomorrow I do turn 22 years old. And I was just giving it a lot of thought, and I was like, I don't really do much on my birthdays. Not like other people who would probably skip states or do something else and do something crazy for social media or something. I don't really do much. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't party. I'm an inside kind of person. I don't really hang out with nobody. So I just more so like, I've been in my head a lot, thinking like, what's the best way to put this? Now you don't ever want to like compare yourself to other people, but like, am I spending it the right way? I really just stayed home and I didn't do anything. I haven't smoked again. I haven't drank. I haven't done nothing. I haven't partied. I've really been focused on myself. Just a little backstory. Again, I'm kind of talking to myself, but if you want to listen, it's cool too. A little backstory. I got kicked out when I was 17. Ring, just be quiet. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time, and me and my mom were not on the worst terms back then. We were going through stuff, and I was still in high school at the time. I was still trying to graduate when I got kicked out, so it was a huge roadblock for me. There was a point where I thought I wasn't gonna graduate. I wasn't home. I couldn't even attend school. Thankfully, the school was kind enough to let me do online learning and still graduate. And I was still able to graduate, like appear to graduation and stuff, and do what I gotta do. But that was a really, really hard time, in my life. One of my biggest like accomplishments, if you will, I don't want to say accomplishments, but like something I've overcame in the past couple of years is insecurity. Insecurities with my face and how I look and how I appear. If you guys have insecurities about that kind of stuff, you get where I'm coming from. People could say X, people could say Y, a girl could say X, a girl could say Y, but it's never really gonna help it. It's something that you have to overcome. It's something that you have to conquer. And even though there's not something wrong, or there's not something wrong, there's always something still itching you. And that's something that I've kind of overcame. I'm not 100% there. Even now, I'm getting really used to freaking cameras looking at me all the time. But I'm showing my face. In high school, I was the face mask kind of guy. You never see my face. What does he look like? What does he look like without his mask? That was the kind of guy I was. And I'm sure people at high school don't even know I look like this right now. They're like, who the fuck is this? But yeah, that is something that's something that's helped me just kind of gain confidence and gain courage to do a lot of things. So I'm super proud of that. And there's still like tons of shit I want to do. Like I don't really cook that well. I don't really cook that well. My mom was a huge, cooker. She would cook everything that we needed. So I do want to get better at that. That's a huge opportunity for me. I have opportunities to get better at my job, obviously, and do a better job there. But the way that I look at work is like, don't ever take work too serious. Don't take it more serious than what you got going outside of work. Work is only going to take you so far. And at the end of the day, you are a number. I swear to God, you are a number in whatever fucking machine you're doing. My goal is to be completely independent. Obviously, that should be everybody's goal, but I'm really using my job to fuel my hopes and dreams, behind the scenes and stuff. Yeah, there's a shit ton of stuff I want to do. I want to visit China, and Thailand. Those are two big places I want to get to. Maybe when I'm 22 and I'll have enough PTO to actually take the time off and go. But those are big goals for me. Being 22. I'll put that in place. I'll put that in place too. Take care of my family, grow on wealth and stay focused. If I stay focused, I'll grow on wealth. So I think those things are intertwined. But yeah, I want to take content creation serious. I just bought a fucking $2,000 PC, fucking nuts, bro. And I'll probably be paying this off for 99 years. But I am serious about, gaming and stuff. That's something I do. It helps me decompress. It keeps me sane. That's something I do to kind of just get away from everything and everybody. So, if I'm doing it, I might as well stream and let people see it. Building relationships with people is a huge opportunity for me also. that is a flaw I kind of identified. I have friends trying to hang out with me, and I'm always saying no, 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 no. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to see nobody's face. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't ever want to see nobody's face. But that's the opportunity I have for myself. I do need to get out there. I do need to, take a couple steps forward and see my friends again and hang around people who really love you, and really love me. That's important. Keep those who love you around you. That's something that I need to do more often, because I'm usually in my own confined space, and that's kind of why I'm yapping here now, if you think about it. But that's an opportunity I have for myself. And I think finally also, like, paying my car off. That was pretty huge for me. I paid it off when I was 21. I know some of you guys aren't gonna be fans, but listen, it's my car, my choice. I did pay off my Tesla, so I did pay it off in full. It's completely owned by me. I do want to upgrade eventually, but as long as it drives me to point A to point B, that's all I needed to do. So yeah, it helps me a shit ton with a shit ton of money every month, because I was able to drop my insurance lower. I don't have a car note now, so that helps me invest money into what I really want to do. So that's a big thing. But yeah, I mean, even the small stuff, the big stuff, you got to be proud of it. You got to look back at it. You gotta kind of see what you've done and stuff. I think that's pretty fucking huge. From what I know, anybody my age and in high school, where the fuck I'm at, doesn't own their Tesla at 21, like, paid off. So I think that's pretty cool. That's all right. And if you do, in the comments, if you do, shit, kudos to you, bro. But for me, like, in my situation that I come from, where I come from, it's pretty fucking nuts. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've always had a job, like, before then. I've been working since I was like 16. If you really want to be technical, 14. I've been working forever, since fucking forever. When I could first get my job or first make money for myself, I was like trying to figure out how I could do that as soon as possible. But yeah, during when I got kicked out, I obviously couldn't work anymore. I was working in a location where my mom lived, and I got kicked out, so I couldn't work over there anymore. So I was kind of jobless during the time. And I was still in school, in high school. So it was just a weird spot for me. My sister let me crash with her, thankfully. And I just told her, like, hey sis, give me like a year, and I'll be out of here, right? Not even, give me some time and I'll be out of here. So I slept on the couch for like 8 or 9 months. During this period of time, I did grab another job. I got one job, and I got 2 jobs. I worked at Wegmans and I worked at Bill Gray's. I would work at Bill Gray's during the day, I think like 9 to fucking 5. And then Wegmans was open till midnight, so I would work like 6:30 p.m. to midnight or something like that. And I was taking the RTS bus at the time, so I would like get off of Bill Gray's and have my Wegmans uniform in my book bag, and put it on while walking, and just make it to the job, and do that for 7-8 months. Do that for like a year straight. Stacked up enough money to get what I needed to get. And the reason I'm going kind of all over this is really for me. Like I said, the video is for me, so I'm really just recollecting everything I've done, kind of up to this point. But long story short, that was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's been a couple years since then. Recently, in this 21 years, I've been in Japan this year. Thank God. I'm blessed to have the opportunity for me and my little brother that I live with now to go to Japan at 21. I got a really, really good paying job for me, for my age. Nothing too crazy. One of my goals for myself was to reach or get like a 6-figure income for myself. Cross that off the list, or like, really close to crossing off the list. So that was another accomplishment that I made. And getting into content creation, that's something else that I'm really hoping for myself. I'm really just starting to really take it serious. I got the camera, I got the setup. Me and my brothers moved into this house a couple months ago. I'm still getting everything set up and stuff. So that's something else I kind of crossed off my list. Whenever it comes to like year to year things, I usually set a goal for myself, like what I want to get done, what my goals are, what's possible and what's not possible. Recently we did come up with an idea of getting into like real estate. That is something I want to look into. Me and my brother's credit scores are perfect. They're like damn near 800. We try to set a good example for each other. None of us smoke, none of us drink, nothing like that. We're pretty boring people. But yeah, it's been an interesting year for me for sure. I moved up a lot where I work. I have a lot of responsibilities, more than I thought I would ever have working a job. But I love my job. I love what I do. it's been a hell of a year, and I'm grateful for everything that that has came my way so far. I take it with pure gratefulness, and I couldn't ask for more. Honestly, I couldn't ask for more. I think this year was an amazing year for me. I think next year is going to be even bigger, because that's when we'll actually get into real estate, and I'm going to be taking content creation more serious than I ever have been. Right now, I'm just kind of planting the seed for what I want to grow, and what you water will grow, and I'm definitely going to invest into it. I do plan on getting more closer to my friends. That is something that is flawed within me. Like I said, I am a really indoor person. Like even today, I have not even really stepped outside, and I know people gonna say like, "Oh, go touch grass." I do. Like if I'm outside, I'll go do like a hike. I'll do trail, something solo though. Like I'll do that also. Like I'm the kind of person to go watch a movie, like the new Spider-Man movie, alone, and I won't have a problem with it, because I don't know. It's just I gotta get out of that mindset. I'm just weird with that kind of stuff. The last thing I want to do is, I want to be alone now, but I'm sure when I get older, I'll look back and been like, hey, you shouldn't have to be alone all the fucking time. And it's not like my friends don't want to hang out, because they do want to hang out. I'm just fucking hard-headed. But the biggest things I want to accomplish at 22 and 23 is get into real estate, go somewhere with content creation. I don't know what direction I want to go. I just want to go somewhere, and stay sane. Stay sane, stay happy. That's a huge thing for me. I think I'm in a pretty stable place. I got everything set. I've worked for a lot of this stuff. I've busted my ass these past couple years, and I've basically flipped my whole entire situation on its head. I went to nowhere to somewhere. Me and my brother stay together now. We all got kicked out of our mom's house. We stay together now in one big house, and support each other. And we all work at the same job. We all work at the same exact job. So I just heard my brothers get home right now. So I can't ask for a lot more. I just need to stay focused and keep it simple this year. Just stay on top of my shit and go hard. And when I want to go hard and go hard in streaming, go hard and make YouTube videos, and go hard in this real estate stuff. And then that's really all I'm really focused on. We are going to Japan in September, because I'm not doing that tomorrow. It's my birthday. I'm not really doing shit. I think I'm gonna get made some breakfast. That's gonna be nice. But in September we're going to Japan. So really, like me and my brothers, we didn't do anything. We will wait like a month or two to actually do something big. So we're going to Japan in September 24th to be exact. And that's gonna be a blast. So that's really been on my mind and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how much I want to really add in this video. Really, like I said, it's kind of just for like me. Just for me, like a milestone, something I could look back on, something that I can just be like, damn, sometimes you be tripping, bro. You just gotta take a step back. Just zoom out, just zoom out. It's good to do that sometimes. I usually tell everybody that's going through something, just zoom out. Look at your accomplishments, look at what you've done, whether it's big, whether it's small. Even if I haven't done as much as I wanted to do this year, I want to accomplish it next year, and that's what I should be focused on. Is how can I get it done next year? For me, like as long as there's always a goal to work towards, there's a reason. There's a reason to push forward. There's a reason to wake up every day. There's a reason to get up off your ass, and then you got to be grateful for that. Be grateful that you have something to do. Be grateful that you have something to accomplishment. Be grateful that you are given the opportunity to be 1% better. And that's kind of helped me wake up every day and get to where I need to be. And even to the, even now, it's something I wake up and try to do 1% better. When, whether it's this, whether it's that. But yeah. This is kind of my app session. If you guys are close in age, drop some comments. What's your experience? What was your last time being 21 like? Probably nothing like mine. I'm boring as fuck, but that's honestly why I'm making a video, just so I could be like, that's it. It's okay to be like that. But yeah, you guys let me know what was your last day being 21, or if you have that day coming up, what do you want it to be like? Do you want it to set goals? Do you want to go fucking crazy and party and shit? It's whatever, bro. Like if you have the opportunity to do that for sure. But I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it in the comments. And if you watch the video this long, I guess it's not me watching it. But I appreciate you tuning in. If you guys like shit like this, I do like talking a lot, just yapping and stuff. So if you guys like shit like this, like it. If not, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I might do this again when I'm 22. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for tuning in. My name's Woos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop a follow on my TikTok if you want to see game clips and stuff. And sub to my Twitch. I do some live streams. And yeah, support the Doomed. Thanks for tuning in. You have a great night.